Good evening, everyone. In this short video, I'm going to express my own opinion on technology use in classrooms. First of all, I think it's a great idea. Just the use of whiteboards or presentations, it's it provides more time for teaching and learning to take place. It is easy to access, especially now in a time of COVID-19. The classes you can't change classes anymore. So you as a teacher, you have to change move from one class to another. Now with PowerPoint presentations or the whiteboard, you can just move the whiteboard from one class to another, and it will it will take less time. Where in cases like right now we are writing on boards now, and if we are that finish on the one class, we have to move to another class and write the same stuff all over again. Whereas with technology, you can just move the device from one class to another. The other one I personally struggle with is my handwriting. Most of my learners, they complain usually about my handwriting, that it's not proper or the letters are not formed well. In my defense, I really try to write better each and every day. I even focus a lot to better my handwriting, but with technology, the learners can't complain about handwriting because the letters are formed very neatly, and it's easier. The second thing for me about technology is the recording devices. So whenever you present a class, learners can record the lesson for later previewing, so they can um, forward the lesson, or they can rewind the lesson, or they can go through a lesson again for something they have missed or something they did not understand fully. So I think the recording devices of technology really will come in handy, because sometimes learners can't write fast enough to make notes during a lesson, or they just doesn't have the listening skills at the moment, and they struggle with listening and writing at the same time, and even reading. So with the recording devices, they can at least listen to what happened in the lesson or what was said in the lesson. The other thing I wanted to discuss is the interview. No? Interview gives learners easy access to a variety of information. So in our community, we have a library in town, and most of the learners, they stay in townships, so they have to travel to town to go and do research. Now with the resources, maybe a media center or a lab, uh, uh, a computer lab at schools, they can do research after hours, instead of traveling to school to the library, which is unsafe first of all, and sometimes you get where the library don't have all the information you needed. So with the technology, you can definitely get a variety of information at your fingertips. um, then social media, uh, I have found it's easier to communicate with parents by using WhatsApp groups, or if I want to make announcements, I can post it on a group, and it will be instantly to all the parents. And our learners, whenever they receive results, some of them, they just don't um, take the results home because they didn't do good, or the result is poor, and then they just are afraid to show the results to their parents, so they don't give the results at home, and then the parents, they are not informed about how the learners are doing in school. So with social media, you can send the results via email to the parents, and they receive it instantly, and you are sure it like it's you are sure that they will receive it, ne? Because the kids are so naughty, they don't go and give the results at home. So I think that is also a advantage. With the disadvantages about using social media is that these devices require constant repairments, constant charging, constant upgrading of computers, or so it's really it's cost, it costs a lot of money. In schools in our area don't even have electricity, so, and these devices require electricity. So, how will these devices function? So, that is the main problem I think South African schools have. If some schools don't even have electricity, so the devices they can't use these devices. And even in South Africa, we have the problem of vandalism, uh, inbreaks, theft. So who's going to watch these devices? There is no money allocated for security guards to watch over these devices. So I think that will also be a problem for schools to have these devices. Um, and the most important factor about technology used in classrooms, I think it can result in cyberbullying. It's so easy for children to get lost in that. So I think as an educator, you should always be vigilant when using or incorporating technology in your classroom. You should facilitate. You should be informed of the latest. You should know how um, to block ads, to block certain websites that you know that are inappropriate for the learners to use. You should know how to access information quickly and upgrade devices that needs upgrading, or laptops, or um, this using technology in a classroom. It's a good thing, and I'm really excited about it and about the future. But with it comes a huge responsibility in long life learning for teachers. So I think we as teachers we can do it, because a teacher's job anyway is a lifelong learning. I believe that to be effective teacher, you need to learn from your students, not just the other way around. So this will also in fact be challenging, be something teachers can invest in to better their teaching methods, to better their teaching styles, and to let the learners be themselves, let the learners express themselves, give the learners opportunity to express themselves. So yes, that is my opinion about teaching using science, using technology in science.